What is going on, YouTube? It is Flashback here. Once again, we're looking at the AM4 Piper. This time it is the Mark III version. The creator has added some more horsepower. Says the engine and tranny are for the most part complete now. He has also mentioned that the transmission is tuned slightly different in the lower gears to allow a little more torque, a little more burnout in the first gear, and really just allow sliding to be a little more efficient. It looks like he's also added this blower. I don't remember if it was on Mark II, but it looks nice, and he's also straightened these out a little bit again so that they don't clip through the door nearly as much. And that rear end is still massive as always. Trunk is quite small considering how big that tail is, that big ass. So we'll go ahead and check out these paint, see if anything has really changed with them. The metallic blue will probably always be the same. That's probably the paint I'm going to go with, is the silver. We'll check the rest. We already saw the white and orange here. Hunter green, okay, fair enough. Pink blue, yes. Jamaica blue, man. Blue to orange, rusty, and black orange. So I guess we'll run silver because that just, it looks good to me. So we're going to try this car out on a different track this time around, and let's actually do it on, let's run it on Tarmac 1 just because it does have a few longer corners. I'm going to keep stability control on full. I might go down to half here in a moment if everything looks like it's going to work out, but without any further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to only do 5 laps here to begin with. Alright, here we are, Tarmac 1. I really enjoy drifting on this track. I don't know why, it's really fun to me. Oh yeah. Car already does feel a little bit better. I almost feel like I would have turned stability control down to off, but it has been a little bit since I did play this game, so. Oh wow, it does feel good though. Feels a little more not controllable, a little more slidable. And second and third gear. Come on, keep it sliding. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it does feel really nice now, surprisingly, and I guess I shouldn't really say surprisingly. The guy has been working quite some time on this car to get it right where he wants it. It does feel really good now. I mean, it is a little bit more difficult to control in the lower gears than before. Though I'm not really sure that's a problem. I think it's more of a feature, really. Oh god, except for that. It does really like to pull back once it starts to grip up. Like way more than you expect based on how much power it is pushing on the wheels in that gear. Ah, dang! I should have waited a little bit longer before doing that transition. It really likes to slide now, though. That's a wall. I don't know why I dropped it down in the first there, but so far so good. Everything is working out quite well. Yeah, I don't know why I slowed down there so much. I was trying to reorganize myself IRL in my chair here. Speaking of chairs, oh god. I have a new chair coming in. I was able to convince my wife to let me buy a new chair, even though I don't make very much money doing this. I haven't even made enough to pay for half of the equipment I have, but to be fair, it is also just a hobby for me, so with hobbies come expenses that probably will never pay for themselves, but I digress. That's neither here nor there. God, I can only imagine how tough this thing would be to control on keyboard. Which is funny because I do consider myself a decent keyboard user. On most games, that is, at least. It does really like to slide now, and I like that. It's Definitely feels better. Yeah, except for when you do that. Whatever, we'll just go. I was trying to do a burnout there, but it apparently was never going to work. Transmission feels a lot better tuned in terms of what you would expect for the speed you're going, and oh god. It's definitely a much better balanced transmission. I don't know where my car's going. But this front end being missing so much is really throwing me off. Oh, I missed that corner completely. Let's get that rewound there. And let's boogity 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 as I mess everything up. Come on, hold it. Hold it. It is definitely a lot easier to smoke the tires than before, which is something that I was complaining about. Feels nice, feels very nice. A very good car to run, especially for drifting. For racing, I think one of the older versions may be better. For just general racing, simply because of the way the transmission is tuned. And it's a little too much power for just general track racing, in my opinion. I mean, every car is going to have that perfect balance of power to handling, and this car is definitely way more in the power than handling. I'm not saying it wouldn't be possible to race it, but I don't think it'd really be a good idea, per se, to race this against other cars of the same class. Granted, what cars are there of the same class, really? I mean, yeah, there's a few modded cars out there, but unfortunately, the community hasn't been that progressive in terms of modding cars. I mean, there's a few out there. There's a few really good ones. But for the most part, the community seems to focus on paints and skyboxes, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but woo! This definitely feels like a long corner drifter, especially once you get the hang of it. Just like that. I feel like it'd be a great car for tandems now, simply because it is kind of predictable. I'm going to go ahead and restart here. We're going to turn around and we're going to throw it into first person here. And hopefully this will help us out a little bit. I definitely want to try this car with the wheel. Ooh, did not have enough angle there. Or maybe I did and it just didn't feel like it. Ooh. It almost feels easier to control in first person. Granted, this track is easier reverse than the normal route. In my opinion, again, my opinion's never right, but take it with a grain of salt. And also, I think it looks prettier in reverse. Oh, that felt good. That was a very nice turn. Oh, I enjoyed that. And into the grass we go. Alright, let's get a hold of it here. Let's go, 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 go! Hold it. Very nice, very nice. This car is a lot of fun once you get the hang of it and the way it needs to go around corners. That is definitely not how it needs to go around corners. Need to slow down for that corner, it would appear. Hold it. There we go. Gonna shift into third, bring it around. Oh, Didn't hold it quite as well that time around, but I got a little too much angle. Came into the corner all sorts of wrong. So I guess that extreme amount of angle is kind of understandable. I apparently forgot how to drift that entire lap. Let's get a reset here. It's okay though because I have unlimited laps going backwards. Wow. Definitely used to going the other way around this track. Keep it off the wall. Oh, wall tap. Definitely a wall tap right there. Oh, God. I keep on starting my drifts way too early. Hold it. So that was definitely a little bit better than the last lap, but definitely not the best I've done. This time around, at least. Car does feel very solid. Very, very solid. Keep it off the wall. Ooh, did I touch? Oh, yeah. It didn't sound like it, but it definitely did. Most definitely did touch. That was a nice drift right there. Very, very smooth. Oh god, went and screwed it up there. Go figure. Well, anyway, before we do finish up this this track here, because we're gonna run probably 2 more laps here. If you do enjoy this and would like to see more drifting, especially in a nice, powerful car like this on other tracks, remember to hit that like button and let me know in the comment section down below what you'd like to see, what tracks, what mods, anything of the nature. I'm always willing to do whatever people are wanting to see. I mean, like I said, I do this as a hobby. Not for the money, because I don't really make anything. Too small of a viewer base. So I do this simply as a hobby. I figure I'm gonna play the game. I may as well be part of the community, kind of get a little bit of a bigger foothold in the community than I would have if I didn't do this. So why not record it, right? There we go. Decent pathway through there. Oh, that felt very nice. Very nice. See if we can hold it together through here. And one last turn. Okay, I'm going to go 1 more lap here, then we're going to call it for this episode. Ah, wall tapped again. That corner's going to take some getting used to. I definitely need to initiate a little bit earlier there. This corner too, although I kept it off that time. Definitely was able to actually keep it off that time. I need to increase my field of view, I think. Oh, that felt nice. That felt like it looked good from the outside. That also felt very nice. And oh, I wanted to hit that hill. Anyway, folks, thank you so very much for watching. Like I said, if you do enjoy and you would like to see more, remember to hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing so you don't miss anything and can really be part of this wonderful little community I've kind of built. Not really. There's a little bit of a community here, I suppose. Like I said, thank you so very much for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, as always, take it easy. Oh. That's never good. Anyways, until then, as always, take it easy.
Bye.